Amara lived in Abuja with her husband, Tunde, and their 6-year-old daughter, Mary. Tunde managed a successful construction company, while Amara worked at a bank. Their careers kept them busy, and most days, they left home before sunrise and returned long after sunset. Life was moving fast, and although they were grateful for their success, maintaining their household had become increasingly difficult. Things became even harder when their previous house help left to get married. Suddenly, the responsibilities that had once been shared fell entirely on them. Every morning felt like a race against time. There was breakfast to prepare, Mary to get ready for school, meals to cook, and an entire house to maintain. And for nearly 3 months, they struggled to keep everything together. Then one Sunday after church, something happened that seemed like an answer to their prayers. As Amara stood outside greeting church members, an elderly woman from the congregation approached her with a smile.
Good afternoon, Ma.
I've been looking for you.
Really, Ma?
I heard you've been searching for a house help. My sister recently brought a girl from the village. I don't know if you would be interested.
Oh my God, yes, Ma. I have been looking everywhere.
Her name is Esther. Please discuss it with your husband and get back to me.
All right, Ma. Thank you so much.
That Sunday, Amara got home and discussed everything with her husband, and the following day, they invited Esther to their house for a proper interview.
Have you worked as a house help before? Yes, Ma. Do you know how to take care of children? Yes, Ma. I think we should give her a chance.
And just like that, Esther became part of their household. At first, everything was perfect. The house remained spotless. Meals were always prepared on time. Mary never missed school. Even little Mary grew attached to Esther surprisingly fast. It felt as though the family has funded the help they had been praying for. But as our elders often say, not every blessing comes without a mystery attached to it. The first strange incident happened one evening after work. Amara was preparing for an important meeting the next morning when she realized she couldn't find her car keys. She looked for it everywhere, but she couldn't find it. She checked her bag, and it was not there. The more she searched, the more frustrated she became. Then Esther quietly entered the room.
Madam, are you looking for your keys? Yes. Did you see it anywhere? Yes, it's in the drawer. Are you sure? Because I already checked.
There was something about the way Esther said she should check the drawer that made Amara pause. And without another word, she went into her room and opened the drawer. And there they were, her car keys, exactly where Esther had said they would be. Amara stood there frozen, confused. She was certain that she had searched that drawer earlier. When she went back downstairs, she thanked Esther and went on with her day. On the following day, Esther became ill. It started with headache. Then she developed a fever. Her body became weak, and she spent most of the day lying down. By evening, she was shivering despite the warm weather. Amara became concerned and gave her medication. Unfortunately, the illness lasted only a day. The next morning, Esther appeared completely fine. Nobody thought much about it. After a few days, another strange incident happened. Sunday arrived home looking worried. He had misplaced a project file he was working on.
Amara, have you seen the project file I brought home?
You mean the one from the site?
Yes. I've searched everywhere, but I can't find it.
The file contained important construction documents, and losing it would create a very serious problem. As the couple searched the house, Esther was sweeping the hallway nearby, and suddenly she stopped.
The blue file is under the guest room bed.
What?
And without another word, Tunde went into the guest room, and moments later, his voice echoed through the house.
Amara! Amara!
Meanwhile,
I found
Esther
it!
simply continued
How
sweeping
did she
as
know?
though nothing unusual had happened. Weeks passed and this incident continued. Whenever something went missing, Esther somehow knew where it was. Whenever someone is desperately searching for an item, Esther seemed to know the answer before the search had even begun. Slowly, the strange feeling inside Amara began to grow. Then came the day everything changed. One afternoon, Amara had invited her close friend, Mrs. Clinton, to the house. The two women sat in the living room chatting while Mary played nearby. Esther brought a tray containing bottled water and soft drinks to them.
You are very welcome to our home. Make yourself comfortable. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Auntie, there is something important you need to know. Mr. Clinton didn't travel for business. He is in Lagos.
Mrs. Clinton got angry and left. Amara hurried after her, but she didn't wait. After she left, Amara stormed into Esther's room.
Never speak like that to my guests again. Yes, ma.
2 days later, Amara received a phone call. It was Mrs. Clinton. Everything Esther had said was true. Mrs. Clinton explained that after Esther's accusation, she became suspicious and quietly began investigating her husband. And to her shock, she discovered that her husband's business trip had been a lie. He was actually staying at a hotel in Lagos with another woman. When the call ended, Amara sat motionless. She was so shocked. That evening, she told Tunde everything, and for a long time, neither of them spoke. They began wondering if Esther truly knew what ordinary people could not know. And a few days later again, Esther became ill. This time, it was much worse. She stopped eating, she barely spoke, she spent most of her days sleeping. Her body became weak and fragile, and sometimes she woke up drenched in sweat, breathing heavily as though she had run a great distance. Frightened, Amara and Tunde took her to a clinic, and after several tests,
We have completed all the tests. There is nothing medically wrong with her. The results came back negative.
the illness lasted almost a week, and suddenly it disappeared. She was perfectly healthy again. The entire situation felt deeply unsettling. One night after Mary had fallen asleep, Amara sat beside her husband in bed. Neither of them could sleep. The mystery surrounding Esther had become impossible to ignore. The next morning, after Esther returned from taking Mary to school, Amara and Tunde called her into the living room. She immediately sensed that something was wrong. As she sat before them, they asked her to tell them the truth about the strange things that had been happening. Fear appeared immediately on her face. When they asked her how she always seemed to know things she should not know, she remained silent for several moments. Then tears filled her eyes. To their surprise, Esther suddenly dropped to her knees and began to beg. Although neither Amara nor Tunde had mentioned sending her away, she seemed convinced that they were afraid of her. When they urged her to explain herself, she wiped away her tears and finally began to tell the story. According to her, everything started when she was a child. Her grandmother had given her a mysterious egg and told her it would help her in life. After eating it, she began noticing strange abilities. At first, she could sense small things, missing money, lost objects, items people could not find. But as the years passed, the ability grew stronger. The room fell silent as Esther explained that she could sometimes see some things before they happened. Amara and Tunde listened in disbelief. Then Esther revealed the parts that frightened her the most. Every time she revealed something, she became sick. The more serious the secrets she exposed, the worse the illness became. As she spoke, everything suddenly began to make sense. The missing car keys, the blue project file, the truth about Mrs. Clinton's husband. the mysterious illnesses that seemed to appear without explanation. And for several moments, neither Amara nor Tunde could speak. Eventually, Esther left the living room, leaving the couple alone with their thoughts. They sat in silence, struggling to process everything that had just happened. They couldn't believe their ears. That night, neither of them could sleep. Was Esther a blessing that had somehow found her way into their home? Or had they unknowingly welcomed a mystery into their lives that should never have crossed their doorstep? What would you have done if you were Amara and Tunde? Would you allow Esther to stay, or would you send her away? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.